Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi, and today I'm over on my primary account and going to be doing my 6th draft here, which means it's time to really start cleaning up those commons and uncommons and make sure I can coast my way into a very nearly complete playset on those. This is going to be my 13th draft overall with approximately 91 rares and mythics drafted and 42 of the retro frame uncommons. So it has not been a bad draft season whatsoever. Here on the primary account, I'm about 650 gems away from having paid for the Mastery Pass, and really the next 4 drafts should make pretty easy work of that. But for now, what do you say we get to drafting?
Before we get into all that, take just a second and smash the like button. Truly, it'll only take a moment to do all of those YouTube things, and it really helps the community. Speaking of community, if you haven't been seeing our community updates, take a moment, tap the bell icon, and update your notification settings. There's a lot of great information, and your voice can help shape the future of the channel. Now, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, right.
Well, Pack 1, Pick 1 very rarely addresses the commons and uncommons, but this definitely does address the rares. Rare dual land is definitely something I am happy to take. And a Cindermaw looks like a pretty good pickup here. The Thopter mechanic also very, very solid. And well, frankly, I'm having a little trouble deciding which way I want to go there. I think I'm actually going to go with the Thopter mechanic. I think it's the slightly better card. In fact, I'd say it is the best card in the pack. So that is where I'm going to go with it. And wow, Keeper of the Cadence, definitely not the best card in the pack, nor is Arms Race, and I already have 3 on that, so I feel pretty confident about being able to coast in there. Symmetry Matrix, I apparently have not picked up a single copy on this, and in fact I'm wondering how accurate that really is. Actually, those numbers look pretty accurate for this account. So let's see here. What do we take? Mightstone's animation is probably the way to go here, and we'll go ahead and snatch that up. The uncommons just really are not doing enough for me at this point for me to pick those up. Tactician is probably the best card here. Excavation Explosion also very good. I might take the Levitating Statue here because I already have a Mightstone, and I do need a couple more of those. Springleaf Drum I'm just not terribly worried about. I already have 1 for my Brawl set, and a bunch of packs are going to get opened, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 65 or so total packs for this set. So I feel pretty confident I'll pick up some more of those. Levitating Statue does some work for me today, though. Cooldown is pretty good. Take Flight feels like the correct pick here, although Swift Spear also very good. I think I'm going to take the Swift Spear just because I know I want that for my collection, even if I don't play it today. Metamorph, probably the best card here, and I think that's something I'm willing to go ahead and pick up a playset on just to make sure I have that in my collection. And let's see here, Sigil not very good. In fact, really, Perimeter Patrol and Cohort are probably the best cards here. And I think Cohort is probably the way I'm going to go here. That potentially does a lot of work for a Soldier's deck. And I think Survivor is probably the correct pick here. I don't need the Lanterns. I'm pretty sure Yeah, I'm full up on excavation. So let's go survivor here. Maybe we are shifting towards white. Lauren's Escape is a solid maybe, although I probably am going to take the Evangel here, even though I know I'm not going to play it in this deck. That has the makings of a decent budget deck, depending upon what happens with Sheldred moving forward. Swift Boots, I have 0 copies on this account. Spectrum Sentinel is not bad. I think Ambush Paratrooper is probably the better card here, though. Just straight up. Perimeter Patrol also pretty decent. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Paratrooper here. Another 4th copy that I just don't have to worry about that anymore. Do I take a Keeper of the Cadence? Why did this not show back up? It is not doing the thing here. Awesome, that's okay. Let's see here. I mean, really the only thing that I'm interested in here, honestly, is the Paratrooper. I don't see good reasons to shift over into red. Power Plant Worker is a definite maybe. Latinum, actually, that could be a decent card here, and definitely something I want to add to the collection. And let's see here. I mean, I'm going to take the Bitter Reunion just to add it to the collection. I don't think that is going to get played today. Swift Spear is looking kind of doubtful too. Another Paratrooper. Is this card just not as good as I think it is? I mean, we have 3 of them. Race to the Ground, sure. Not sure we're going to be in red. Harbin, absolutely gonna take the rare. No doubt about that. A Cloud Key. I have 2. So is there an uncommon here I'm really willing to take over that? About the only thing might be the rock, and wow, I don't actually have a full set of rocks. So yeah, I'm going to pass the Cloud Key here and take the rock instead. We are definitely shaping up to a pretty strong blue deck here. Wing Commando would be another solid addition to that. The Steel Seeker also really good, but I'm probably not in green here. How many Wing Commandos? I just have the 1. This is tough. I think I'm going to take the Steel Seeker here and just know I'm probably not playing it. And Air Marshal is a pretty solid card here. Emergency Weld is very solid. Liquid Metal Coating is probably the highest value here. And with 3 copies, I'm just not worried about that at all. Here, I guess I'm going to take Air Marshal. That feels like the correct thing here. And Desynchronize is the only blue card. Audacity, I've already got a playset, so not a lot of need on that. I think we take the Chanter. Maybe we end up with a little red going on here. Gruesome Realization would feel like the correct pick here, honestly. Or I could just take the Ornithopter. I mean, technically it is playable in this deck that we're putting together. So yeah, I'm gonna use it on the Ornithopter. It might not get played, but neither of the uncommons are very playable here for me. Transmutation Altar, I've got 1 copy. Dreams, I have 0. So do we take that? I mean, Scatter Ray is pretty darn weak. Debt Charge Colossus even more so. Alright, I'm going to take the Dreams. I don't think it's going to get played today, honestly. I no longer need the Evangel, so no need to take that. Here, I'm going to take the Haywire just on the uncommon value, because, well, actually, I'm going to take the Chanter, because maybe that does a little something for this particular deck. Machine is probably the best card for us, although Perimeter Patrol is very good as well. But clearly we're not in green right here. And yeah, I think we're going to take Machine just to try and get our spell count up a little bit. Stone Retrieval maybe is the correct play here. I'm also thinking about Mind Worker as a possibility. Lawrence Escape is probably the better card, so I think that's where we're going to go right this second. I don't know that that's going to end up getting played for us. Disenchant, pretty darn strong here if we end up in white. I feel like we're solid blue, but we're kind of splitting the white and red back and forth. Here I am going to take the value on the liquid metal coating. I do believe that is more value to my collection than the Firebomb. So there we go. Audacity, I've got everything. I think I take the Survivor here. I'm actually a little surprised to see it this late. And do we take the Savant just to have a playable blue card here? I think we do. It's not good. I'm probably not going to play it. And Mishra's Onslaught to wrap up Pack 2. Okay. Tatiana's Command, I wish we were in a deck where we could play that, but it's probably not going to happen. Let's go ahead and drop Steel Seeker down. The Command, oop, just kidding. Command, and I think Brushland is probably out. Fourth Rare, definitely snatching that up. Makes me feel better about passing that Cloud Key earlier. Ivory Tower, I don't think I need on this. Why am I not? Oh, well, it didn't update. That would be why. Okay, so I think we've got 4 copies on Chanter now. So we're looking at a Combat Courier. I think that is the play. And let's lean in. Oh boy, Dissident. There's a couple really good commons here, but I think I need to take the Dissident just on the value. Queen is a possibility, but honestly, I don't think that's going to get played here. Let's go ahead and drop that down. And what do we got going on here? We got another rock. I don't think I need that rock, but it is pretty good. Cavalier also pretty good if I end up in white. Yeah, all right, we're gonna take the rock here. We might accidentally win some games with this deck. It could happen. Here I'm gonna take the hero. I know I'm not playing it. I have accepted that. But Harbin could work pretty well in this if we go blue-white. So that's a possibility. Mass production for soldiers. Yes, I think I will take that. Absolutely. Excavation, we have the full boat on. So do we take another rock? Or we could take the Elsewhere Flask just for the value. I don't think that does anything for us today. Power Blade is pretty weak, even in the soldier deck. You know what? I think I'm taking another rock. I'm not sure I can play all 3 in this deck, but it could happen. Retrieval Agent or Sentinel, both pretty decent for the soldier deck, but not great by any means. Shoot Down is obviously the best card in this pack. I'm going to take the Sentinel just because I'm trying to clean up my uncommons here. I think red is pretty solidly out of the game plan here, which is unfortunate with all these Chanters and whatnot. But we want to build that deck anyway, so that's okay. We can do that. Why won't my onslaught move? There we go. And the old brush lands, that needs to get out of here. So once again, we are looking at a nice blue-white deck. Do I take the mass production over? I mean, I think maybe we do. I mean, I like the Mightstone's animation. Chaplain is really good. I mean, I kind of want to take almost this whole pack. Even the green cards are really good. Not that we can go green at this point. I've got the one mass production. I don't think I can do a second one. I think a second animation or maybe a chaplain might be the best cards here. And all right, I'm going to take the animation. And here, I think we take the Vanguard. Feels like Head and Shoulders the strongest card. And oh look, a Vanguard or an animation. This is actually kind of a tough choice, but I think we take the 2-drop here. I've already got 2 animations loaded up, so I think we go with that Vanguard. And this is definitely Cavalier. I mean, all right, I'm going to take Splitting the Power Stone just for the value to the collection. I don't think I'm playing that. And I guess we are forced into a Bonesaw. Another card I do not think I'm playing. All right, so the AI deck helper was a little off. There was a couple cards it didn't pick up. Combat Courier, for instance. It also wanted me to run 8 and 8, and for some reason splash the brush lands for not playing any green cards, and that just didn't make any sense to me. So I have gone a little off script here. I did cut one of the paratroopers, which might be a mistake. That might be something to maybe go back in and address. I am running all 3 of the rocks and the Cavalier. Maybe I should cut the Adapt and run the paratrooper instead. Kind of a tough call. That feels decent. It's not fantastic, but I do think it's keepable with the turn 2 Air Marshal. Going turn 4 Cohort into turn 5 Metamorph copy the Cohort could be really, really strong. 10 damage? Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that. Let's do it. Yep, there's the scoop. Alright, so game 1. In the books. All right, so a 4-3 finish, that is not bad at all, particularly for a value draft situation like we have with Brothers War. And in fact, honestly, that is really just behind the pro drafters out there. So I will take that all day long. Let's see how we did on Surprise Report here. Hey, look at that, a double pack. That is just my second upgrade for the season out of, I believe now 13 drafts. Just 2 did we get the upgrade. So very happy about that one.
And folks, before you go, make sure you've subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on a thing. Because I know I can't change the Magic economy all by myself, but I think we can.